The Dallas Cowboys find themselves in the middle of a contract crisis that threatens to tear apart their defensive foundation. Micah Parsons, their elite linebacker and defensive anchor, stands at the center of a negotiation that has turned from promising talks into a complete communication breakdown. What started as optimistic discussions in March has devolved into weeks of silence, creating a powder keg situation that could explode at any moment. Jerry Jones recently exposed just how fractured this situation has become. The Cowboys owner admitted he hasn't spoken with Parsons in about 4 or 5 weeks. Jones stated, "I haven't talked with him in about 4 or 5 weeks, and of course that'll be necessary if he's going to get a contract." The breakdown stems from a procedural issue that highlights the growing tension between player and organization. Approximately 4 to 5 weeks ago, Parsons made a perfectly legal request to involve his agent, David Mulugeta, in future contract discussions. Under CBA regulations, once a player makes this request, teams must cease all direct conversations with the player without agent representation. Parsons essentially told Jerry Jones to contact his agent, effectively ending their personal negotiations. This communication freeze has created an impasse that grows more dangerous with each passing day. Jones attempted to downplay the situation by reminding everyone of Parsons' contractual obligations. "But he's got a contract," Jones said. "That's the point. Be sure and clear about that." This response demonstrates a fundamental misunderstanding of the urgency surrounding this negotiation and the respect Parsons deserves as an elite performer. The financial stakes in this standoff reach historic proportions. Parsons expects a contract extension worth over $41 million per year, which would establish him as the highest-paid non-quarterback in NFL history. This deal would surpass the $40.25 million annual salary that Jamar Chase received from the Cincinnati Bengals this offseason. The framework discussions from March centered around a potential 5-year, $200 million extension that would reset the entire defensive player market. Parsons has earned every dollar of this massive payday through 4 seasons of elite production. He has recorded at least 12 sacks in each of his 4 NFL seasons since arriving from Penn State. Last season alone, Parsons totaled 12 sacks and 43 tackles while maintaining his status as a perennial Defensive Player of the Year finalist. His career statistics paint the picture of a generational talent: 256 tackles, 52.5 sacks, 63 tackles for loss, and 112 quarterback hits across 4 seasons. These numbers place Parsons in exclusive company among NFL legends. By recording at least 10 sacks in each of his first 4 seasons, he joined a club that includes only 3 other players in league history: Pro Football Hall of Famers Dwight Freeney, Derek Thomas, and Reggie White. The Cowboys have established a troubling pattern of dragging out contract negotiations with their star players, and this situation with Parsons follows the exact same blueprint. Last year, CeeDee Lamb skipped the entire training camp while waiting for his contract extension. Lamb's 4-year, $136 million deal wasn't finalized until almost the end of training camp, creating unnecessary tension and missed preparation time. Similarly, Dak Prescott's contract extension wasn't completed until the morning of the season opener, despite the quarterback not missing any practice sessions during negotiations. This organizational approach of waiting until the last possible moment has become a signature flaw that fans and analysts consistently criticize. The Cowboys seem content to test the patience of their most valuable players, creating unnecessary drama and potential chemistry issues. ESPN's Todd Archer reported on the promising March meeting between Jones and Parsons, where both sides seem to align on the basic structure of the deal regarding years, dollars, and guaranteed money. Yet despite this apparent progress, the negotiations have completely stalled. The upcoming mandatory minicamp on June 10th to 12th represents the next critical flashpoint in this standoff. This date carries particular significance because CeeDee Lamb chose to skip last year's mandatory minicamp during his own contract dispute. If Parsons follows the same path, the situation will escalate from a quiet negotiation to a public holdout that generates widespread attention and criticism. Unlike voluntary OTAS, mandatory minicamp attendance carries potential financial penalties for absent players. Parsons has already been absent from voluntary team activities while waiting for his contract extension. Brad Gagnon of Bleacher Report called concerns about Parsons' OTA absence one of the biggest overreactions of the offseason. Gagnon wrote, "Consider that the team was in similar situations with both Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb at this point last offseason. They're all in on this core, and long-term holdouts are hardly a thing these days anyway." However, missing mandatory minicamp would represent a significant escalation that could damage relationships and create lasting tension. The new coaching staff under Brian Schottenheimer needs time to implement their systems, with all key players present. Losing valuable preparation time with their defensive centerpiece could impact early season performance and team chemistry. Pro Football Talk reported that Parsons is unlikely to show up for training camp without a new contract extension in place. This prediction follows the pattern established by other Cowboys stars who have forced the organization's hand through holdouts and missed activities. The Cowboys' reluctance to complete deals in a timely manner consistently pushes situations to this breaking point. The stakes for both sides in this negotiation extend far beyond simple financial considerations. For Parsons, this contract represents validation of his elite status and recognition of his contributions to the Cowboys' defensive success. He currently operates under his fifth-year option worth $24 million, but this extension would secure his long-term future and establish him among the highest-paid defensive players in league history. Parsons has been a Pro Bowl selection every year of his career and earned 3 consecutive All-Pro honors. He serves as a 2-time first-team All-Pro selection and remains a perennial Defensive Player of the Year finalist. Beyond his individual accolades, Parsons has stepped into a leadership role on the team and represents the face of the Cowboys' defense. His impact extends beyond statistics to include leadership, motivation, and setting the tone for defensive performance. The Cowboys face equally high stakes in this negotiation. Losing a player of Parsons' caliber would devastate their defensive capabilities and force a complete reconstruction of their defensive identity. He serves as the defensive engine that drives their entire scheme, and his presence allows other players to excel in complementary roles. The organization desperately wants to return to championship glory, making Parsons an essential component of any playoff aspirations. From a financial perspective, the Cowboys must balance Parsons' extension with existing high-value contracts for Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb. This creates a complex salary cap situation that requires careful planning and strategic decision-making. However, the consensus among analysts and fans is clear. Securing Parsons should be the organization's top priority regardless of financial constraints. The timing of this contract dispute creates additional complications for the Cowboys' offseason preparations. The organization brought in a new coaching staff led by Brian Schottenheimer, who needs time to install new systems and build relationships with players. Missing key preparation time with their most important defensive player could impact the team's ability to implement new schemes effectively. NFL Network's Tom Pelissero recently voiced concerns about how prolonged negotiations can damage team preparation and relationships. The longer this situation drags on, the more it risks creating lasting tensions that extend beyond the contract talks themselves. Players throughout the organization watch how the Cowboys treat their biggest stars, and prolonged disputes can influence future free agent decisions and player retention efforts. The broader NFL landscape adds another layer of complexity to this negotiation. Other teams and agents closely monitor high-profile contract extensions to establish market values for their own players. Parsons' deal will set precedents for future defensive player negotiations and potentially influence how teams value elite pass rushers across the league.
The biggest wild card entering the 2025 draft was Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders. Really, the most uncertainty we've seen since 2014.
Shedeur Sanders has finally broken the silence, and what just happened has sent shockwaves through the football world. Once seen as a surefire top 5 pick, the star QB watched all 32 names get called, but not his. The son of NFL legend Deion Sanders, Shedeur's unexpected fall out of the first round at the 2025 NFL Draft has everyone asking the same question. What went wrong? Just hours before the draft began, Sanders posted a seemingly prophetic 7-word message on his personal X account that has now taken on profound meaning. "I'm built for whatever today may bring." This statement, initially viewed as standard pre-draft confidence, has transformed into a powerful declaration of resilience in the face of unexpected adversity. Following the conclusion of the first round, Deion Sanders posted a video capturing his son's immediate reaction to the surprising development. In the footage, Shedeur addresses his draft slide with remarkable composure and perspective. "We all didn't expect this, of course, but I feel like with God, anything possible, everything possible," Shedeur said in the video. "I don't feel like this happened for no reason. All of this is, of course, fuel to the fire. Under no circumstances did we all know this was going to happen, but we understand we on to bigger and better things. Tomorrow's the day. We going to be happy regardless." Legendary.
We all didn't expect this, of course, but I feel like with God, anything possible, everything possible. I don't feel like this happened, for no reason. All this is, of course, fuel to the fire. And under no circumstance, we all know this shouldn't have happened. But we understand we on the bigger and better things. Tomorrow's the day. We're going to be happy regardless. Legendary. Ooh.
The quarterback's fall represents one of the most significant draft surprises in recent memory. Sanders had been linked to multiple teams in the first round, with the Pittsburgh Steelers emerging as betting favorites, plus 190 at FanDuel, to select him with the 21st overall pick. Other teams showing interest included the New York Giants plus 340, Cleveland Browns plus 350, and New Orleans Saints plus 430. Just days before the draft, Sanders had even hinted at a potential future with the Steelers during a conversation with Raiders star Max Crosby. When discussing his favorite quarterback-receiver combinations, Sanders notably mentioned whoever going to be the quarterback for DK Metcalf and George Pickens, a clear reference to Pittsburgh's receiver tandem. Instead, the Steelers selected defensive tackle Derek Harmon with their first-round pick. The Giants, another team frequently connected to Sanders, traded back into the first round to select Ole Miss quarterback Jackson Dart with the 25th pick. The Browns, who entered the draft with the second overall selection, made the night's most shocking move by trading that pick to the Jacksonville Jaguars, who selected Colorado two-way star Travis Hunter. While Sanders was not present in Green Bay for the draft, opting instead to watch from home in Texas with his father and brother Deion Sanders Jr., glimpses of their draft setup revealed a shelf displaying hats for every NFL team and an impressive collection of jewelry. The scene has now become a poignant backdrop to one of the draft's most surprising storylines. Deion Sanders Jr. expressed more direct reactions throughout the evening on social media. As it became increasingly clear his brother would fall out of the first round, he posted several candid thoughts, including retweets, highlighting the unexpected situation unfolding. Industry analysts are now scrambling to explain Sanders' fall. A recent Sports Illustrated report had mentioned uncertainty about the quarterback's future, with NFL insider Albert Breer noting, "I've heard the Giants had ups and downs with Sanders. If Sanders gets past the Giants at number 3, I'm not sure what happens next."
ESPN Bet opened the market. It's hot in the being picked in the top of the draft, and now he is still available. Louis Riddick joins us now, and Louis, you get to be in the middle of that amazing scene.
That uncertainty has now manifested dramatically. But wait, there is more. Sanders now enters day 2 of the draft as arguably the most intriguing prospect available. However, his fall outside the first round carries significant contractual implications. Any team selecting Sanders in the second round will not have access to the 5th-year option that comes with first-round selections, a valuable contractual tool for teams developing quarterback talent. This contractual reality makes Sanders' slide even more puzzling to analysts. As one observer noted, it's difficult to reconcile a team believing Sanders could be a franchise quarterback while simultaneously not being willing to trade back into the first round to secure that critical 5th year of team control. For comparison, the Baltimore Ravens made exactly such a move to select Lamar Jackson with the 32nd pick in 2018. ensuring they would have the fifth-year option on his rookie contract. The 23-year-old quarterback put together an impressive collegiate resume that makes his draft fall all the more surprising. After spending the last 2 seasons at Colorado under his father's coaching, Sanders started 24 games and threw for 64 touchdowns against just 13 interceptions. His 2024 campaign was particularly strong, completing 74% of his passes for 4,134 yards, with 37 touchdowns and 10 interceptions, while adding 4 rushing touchdowns. These performances earned Sanders an 8th-place finish in Heisman Trophy voting, the Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year award, and the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award, given to college football's top upperclassman, quarterback. Previous Unitas Award winners include NFL stars like Washington Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels, 2023, Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow, 2019, and former Indianapolis Colts quarterback Andrew Luck, 2011. Despite these accolades, Sanders now joins Will Levis as the only quarterbacks taken in the second round over the past 3 years. Ironically, Levis was selected 33rd overall by the Tennessee Titans in 2023 and has now fallen out of favor with the organization after they selected Miami quarterback Cam Ward with the first overall pick in this year's draft. All of this is, of course, fuel to the fire, Sanders said in his post-first-round message, a statement that has resonated deeply with fans and analysts alike. As the second round approaches, the football world watches with renewed interest to see which team will ultimately select the quarterback, who, in his own words, is built for whatever today may bring. As the draft continues into day 2, several quarterback-needy teams remain potential landing spots for Sanders. The Cleveland Browns, Las Vegas Raiders, and New Orleans Saints are among the organizations that passed on Sanders in round 1, but might consider him on day 2. The dramatic fall has added an unexpected chapter to the Sanders family legacy in football, with Shedeur now positioned to enter the NFL with significant motivational fuel. Will Shedeur Sanders turn this setback into the ultimate comeback story? Share your thoughts in the comments section and subscribe to our channel for more updates on this unfolding story.
Baby girl, where you at? Come on, baby.
Now it's the full picture. Hey, Daddy.
Yeah, little hitter. No, I'm gonna let you do it. I'm gonna let you do it.
How are you? Nice to meet you.
I'm gonna let y'all do it.
Hey. Oh my God, I see you.
Y'all stand so hard.
Y'all came in. This is the family picture.
And
this is a grand
this is
reveal.
No, this is the first time. Say that, baby girl.
Oh, yeah,
Tell
this is the first time
What's up, man?
the world will see snow.
Yeah.
Snow's reveal.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah.
Deion Sanders' daughter Deandra just dropped a brutal truth bomb, and it's exposing deep cracks in her relationship with jockeys and his family. From a high-risk pregnancy to public feuds and shocking claims that relatives are choosing to avoid her baby, Deandra is done staying silent. Now she's fighting for her son's well-being, and the messy family drama just went fully public. Take a second to subscribe before we jump into the details. Behind the glitz and glamour of celebrity life, family drama can still unfold just like in any household. Deandra Sanders, daughter of NFL legend Deion Primetime Sanders, has recently made headlines with revelations about her relationship with fiancé Jacques Hayes and the impact on their young son. Deandra Sanders is the daughter of Pro Football Hall of Famer Deion Sanders, currently the head coach for the Colorado Buffaloes. She has been engaged to R&B singer Jacques Hayes, and together they have a 7-month-old son named Snow. The couple's relationship appeared stable until recent events brought their private struggles into the public eye. Deandra faced significant health challenges during her pregnancy. She underwent 4 myomectomy surgeries and carried numerous fibroids, with doctors warning of a high risk of miscarriage. Despite these obstacles, she successfully gave birth to baby Snow, who coincidentally shares an August 9th birthday with his grandfather Deion Sanders. The family initially presented a united front, with both sides embracing their new roles. Deion Sanders stepped into his grandfather duties with enthusiasm, while Deandra's mother, Carolyn Chambers, fully embraced being a grandmother despite her initial concerns about Deandra's high-risk pregnancy. The public first became aware of issues in February when Jacquez collaborated with fellow artist DJ Loaf on their album F A Friend Zone 2. This partnership triggered a series of events that would expose deeper issues within Diandra's relationship.